Hello, a very good morning to all. Welcome to today's chemistry class. How are you all? Yes, happy to know that all of you are keeping good at home. Be safe at home. Yes, I wish that this corona situation should end soon and so that we can meet together in our school. Okay, now are you enjoying the online classes? Are you studying well? Yeah, everybody should study, okay. Even though it is online classes, you are getting all the materials, all the videos you are getting, all the study materials you are getting. So make use of it, utilize it properly and study well. Okay, so are you ready for today's chemistry class? Yes, very good. So today we are going to start a new chapter. Do you know what is the name of that chapter? That is chemical bonding. Yes, we are going to study about chemical bonding. Chemical bonding. Yes. Okay. What do you know about chemical bonding? Before moving into chemical bonding and all in detail, let us study some basic things so that the study of chemical bonding will be easier. Okay, now let me show you one thing. See, here I have written the electronic configuration of helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon and radon. What are these elements? Have you seen these elements in the periodic table? Tell me. What are these elements? Yes, these elements are noble gases. They are noble gases. Noble gases. Or they are called inert gases. They are called inert gases. Okay, now let us look into the speciality of electronic configuration. See, neon is 2, 8. Argon is 2, 8, 8. Krypton is 2, 8, 18 and 8. Xenon is 2, 8, 18, 18 and 8. Radon is 2, 8, 18, 32, 18 and 8. Now, can you see any speciality for this electronic configuration? Yes, right. Yes, it is having all these elements except our helium is having 8 electrons in the outermost shell. They are having 8 electrons in the outermost shell. Okay, now let me ask you one thing. We have discussed this is a noble gas. All these are noble gases. All these are inert gases also. They are having 8 electrons in the outermost shell also. Now why are they called inert gases? Why are they called noble gases? Yes, they are inert in nature. Yes, very good. They do not take part in chemical reaction. They are inert in nature. Why? Because they are stable. Because they are stable. Because they are stable. Why? What is the reason for this stability? What is the reason for this stability? Yes, presence of these 8 electrons in their outermost shell is the reason for their stability. These are called inert gases or noble gases. Inert means they are not active. Inert means they are not active. So they do not take part in chemical reaction. So because they have stability, they are stable. What is the reason for this stability? Yes, it is evident from the electronic configuration. Presence of 8 electrons in the outermost shell is the reason for this stability. And this helium is having 2 electrons that we will be discussing now. And coming to this point, and the presence of 8 electrons in the outermost shell is called octet electronic configuration. Octet electronic configuration. Octet electronic configuration. Have you heard about octet electronic configuration? Yes, octet electronic configuration means the presence of 8 electrons in the outermost shell. That is called octet electronic. Octet means 8. That is called octet electronic configuration. This octet electronic configuration is responsible for the stability of noble gases or inert gases. Once again, I'll repeat. This octet electronic configuration is responsible for the stability of inert gases or noble gases. Okay, is it clear for you now? Yes. Now, let me ask you one thing. What about helium? Helium is having only 2 electrons, right? Helium is also an inert gas. It is having only, helium is also an inert gas. That is also stable, but it is having only 2 electrons. Yes, helium is having only one shell, okay? Helium is having only one shell. The maximum number of electrons that can be accommodated in the first shell is 2. That is why that is stable. It has 2 electrons in that shell. So they are stable by the 2 electrons what they are having. So this helium is an exceptional case, but helium is also stable by the 2 electrons whatever it is having. Okay, now we have understood the speciality of helium also, the exceptional case of helium also, and we have understood about the noble gases and inert gases. Now, what we have to discuss is, we are going to study about chemical bonding. We are going to study about chemical bonding. Now, all the elements in this periodic table is having this inert electronic configuration, octet electronic configuration. All are having 8 electrons. Now, let me give some examples. Sodium. What about sodium? What is the atomic number of sodium? 11, right? That is 2, 8, 1. Now, what is the atomic number of magnesium? 12, right? 2, 8. Tell me, 2, 8, 2. Okay, what about chlorine? Chlorine is 17, right? Yes, that is 2, 8, 7. Okay, now please take your notebook. I am going to give you one activity. Look into the electronic configuration and write down how much electrons should sodium get in order to become 8 octet electronic configuration. How much electron should magnesium get in order to get octet electronic configuration, and how much electron should chlorine get in order to get octet electronic configuration. Please take your notebook and write down the answers for these 3 questions. Okay, now itself, I'll be giving you few minutes so that you can write down the answer for this question. We know that an atom should get octet electronic configuration. In order to that, atoms are trying. Now here we don't have 8 electrons. How much electrons should the sodium, magnesium and chlorine should get octet electronic configuration? Now itself, write down. Yes, have you written? Now read the answer. The sodium is having 1 electron. In order to make it octet electronic configuration, the sodium can lose 1 electron. It can lose 1 electron rather than gaining 7 electron. That is correct, no? It can give 1 electron so that here it will be 8, so that octet electronic configuration will be obtained. Rather than gaining 7 electron, it is better to lose 1 electron, right? So this sodium can lose 1 electron and gain octet electronic configuration. What about this magnesium? Yes, magnesium is having 2 electron. It should get 6 electron. Rather than gaining 6 electron, it is better to lose this 2 electron and gain the octet electronic configuration. Am I right? Am I right? Are you getting my point? Yes. What about chlorine? Chlorine is having 7 electron. It is better for the chlorine to gain 1 electron, so that it becomes 8 electron and gain the octet electronic configuration. Right? It is not easy for the chlorine to lose all the 7 electron. It is better to gain 1 electron. Okay. So now whatever you wrote is correct, I think. It is better to lose 1 electron so that the sodium become Na plus because 1 electron is gone. Magnesium become Mg2 plus because 2 electrons are gone, and this chlorine become Cl minus. Why minus? 1 electrons it is receiving. 1 electron it is receiving. Now, have you understood about octet electronic configuration? Yes. Now, let me ask you one thing. How does these electrons are getting? How this sodium will give 1 electron? How this chlorine will get 1 electron? How this magnesium will give 2 electron? To whom they are giving? Yes, they take part in chemical bonding. They take part in chemical bonding. Then what is a chemical bonding? What is a chemical bonding? I'll tell you. Chemical bonding is the combination of or the bond in which 2 or more atoms combine together to form a molecule. Chemical bonding is the bond, or chemical bond is the bond in which 2 or more atoms combine together to form a molecule. Once again, I'll tell you what is chemical bonding. Chemical bonding means Chemical bonding means where 1 or more atoms combine together to form a molecule. This process is called chemical bonding, and the bond formed is called a chemical bond. This process is called chemical bonding, and the bond formed is called a chemical bond. Now, have you understood about chemical bond? So, in this chemical bond, when the atoms take part in chemical bonding, this giving and taking of electrons takes place, so that the electrons or all the atoms attain the octet electronic configuration. By participating in this chemical bonding, all the atoms get the octet electronic configuration. So, in order to attain the octet electronic configuration, these atoms take part in chemical bonding. Okay, once again, I'll repeat. We were studying about octet electronic configuration, that is the arrangement of 8 electrons in the outermost shell is called octet electronic configuration. Of course, inert gases or noble gases are having octet electronic configuration. Not all the elements are having octet electronic configuration. So, they have to gain electrons or they have to lose electron in order to attain octet electronic configuration. So that in order to gain electron or in order to lose electron, they take part in chemical bonding. They form a chemical bond. Yes, so thus we understood the definition of chemical bonding also. It is the process in which 2 or more atoms combine together to form a chemical bond or to form a molecule. Is it clear for you? Now we are going to watch a video. Please go through the video, listen properly and come back.
Chemical bonding. Almost everything we see or touch in our daily life is the result of a chemical bond. The air we breathe, the food we eat, the clothes we wear, and so on, are all made up of one or more chemical bonds. The world is generally not composed of isolated atoms. Rather, it is composed of molecules formed as a result of chemical bonds. The strong force that holds together the constituent particles, atoms, ions, or molecules in a chemical species is known as chemical bond. The chemical bonds are broadly classified as ionic bond, and covalent bond.
Yes, welcome back. Have you seen the video? How is the video? Yes, it is a beautiful video, right? It's a very beautiful video which explains about chemical bonding through animations. It is very clear, very evident in that, right? So all of you enjoyed, no? All of you understood, no, what is a chemical bonding now? Yes. Hope you have seen in that video one extra point also. Have you noticed? Yes. This chemical bonding are of two types. Chemical bonding are of two types. The first one is ionic bonding. Ionic bonding. And the other one is covalent bonding. Covalent bonding. Once again, the first one is ionic bonding and the other one is covalent bonding. So, about this ionic bonding and covalent bonding, we will be discussing in the next class. So, what are things we studied today? Let us recapitulate. Yes, we were discussing about chemical bonding. In that first, we discussed about inert gases, speciality of electronic configuration of inert gases. We discussed what are octet electronic configuration. Then we discussed why do atoms take part in chemical reaction. Yes. Then we discussed about definition of chemical bonding. Now at last we understood there are two types of chemical bonding, that is ionic bonding and covalent bonding. Okay, that's all for today's topic. Now I would like to give you one assignment, two assignments. Please take your notebook and write down. The first one is make a knot on electronic configuration. Make a knot on octet electronic configuration. You have to write in detail. Okay. The second one is, we know that atoms combine together to form molecule. So the second assignment I am going to give you is prepare an atomic model. Anything you can make, H2O or any model like molecule, H2O, H2O2, whatever it is, prepare a model. Okay, that's all for today's topic. Thank you for listening. Hope all of you understood the video. So, see you in the next class. Bye.